And so this project, I guess the title of this project that I'm right now revising into a book manuscript is called, I mean, there are several titles that I've used, but the basic title is Faceless Things, South Korean Gay Men, Internet, and Sexual Citizenship. And so basically what I'm doing through this project are asking two questions. Number one, the question is, how are queers in South Korea using the internet to create a sense of community within a heavily hetero, I guess, sexual and familial based society where they cannot be out. So that's one research question that I'm asking. And the second research question that I'm asking is very much, how has neoliberal globalization, with its emphasis on consumption and also entrepreneurial individualism or self-development, affected queers as a group, as a social group? And so if you look at my dissertation that I'm currently revising into a book, it's very much structured in two parts. The first part is looking at how the internet provides two very different pathways to being gay in South Korea, and those are the two chapters that I have sent you guys to read. So one pathway is the pathway symbolized by Iban City. So Iban is a term for gay. So what it means is basically, I guess, specific, particular or second class, as opposed to 일반, which means general or the mainstream. So that pathway, as you guys have seen, is one where individuals have very strong control over, I guess, their self-representation and their ability to expose themselves to other gay men. So I guess this is part of my larger argument where I'm saying in a familial-based society where gay men cannot come out because of their families, the most crucial issue for both ordinary gay men and for gay and lesbian movement is the issue of gay men coming out to other gay men. So that is the most important issue. And so that's something that these two sites, Iban City and Down, negotiate in very different ways, and that's what comprises the main difference of these two sites. So in the first case with Iban City, because they cannot come out, because there's so much personal control over exposure, eventually what happens is, the trust between the gay men breaks down. So there's a lot of individual control over self-exposure without a larger, I guess, normative structure of the gay community to regulate the coming out. And so eventually the trust breaks down between the individuals and everyone becomes isolated. And so with Down, what they try to do is I guess, they do two things to counteract the kind of shortfalls that they see in Iban City. First of all, rather than using the internet as a platform to meet other men, they use the internet, the online space, only to exchange information, right, and to mobilize the gay men. But most of the socializing occurs offline. So there's automatically a sense of responsibility attached to each individual person through their exposure of their social face. And then secondly, there's a larger regulatory, structure within the Down groups where men are made responsible for their, for their individual behavior. And so that's where sexual behavior is kind of subordinated to the collective, collectivity, the needs of being a social group. And that's how they're able to both not only meet each other for friendship, but also find love in a very stable environment. So those are, I guess, the basic arguments.